You should see the video. It's nuts.
Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question is.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics. Absolutely. So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
can men get pregnant?
There are many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women.
Can men get pregnant?
Again, as I'm saying,
let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant? You're a doctor,
agree.
I think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool. And
no, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. You know, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert, and you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity as a medical professional and as a scientist. Can men get pregnant?
I think you're also conflating male and female with...
No, I'm not conflating male and female. They're two different things. There's biological men and there's biological women. And I want to know, can men get pregnant?
Yes, Joe Rogan reactions is priceless. It is terrifying that we have people like this in positions of power who openly admit they do not know what reality is. There's a reason doctors need to know your gender before they treat you. That is reality. You know, when I see someone like this behaving this way, then I don't know where the war is actually turning into. You know, it saddens my heart when I see. Sometimes when I look at this, then I really wonder where we are going as a society. Page says biology. These are simple, basic questions against queer and trans people because they don't teach about queer animals. Someone wrote, "Natural war." It is terrifying that what we have learned in biology class in positions of power who openly admit this, they don't know what reality is. Patriarchy system. There's a reason doctors need to queer and trans people know your gender before they treat you. When I saw this video, I had to fold my hand like this because we have reached at some point. If you go back 2 years ago, saddens my heart. Like this went viral on social media. What is a woman? Someone like this could not respond to that question. And it triggered a lot of people everywhere on social media. Now going into this lady, who I don't know if he's a man now. Elliot Page says biology classes are used against queer and trans people because they don't teach about queer animals. Now we compare human beings to animals, right?
The natural world and what we learn in biology class and in terms of it seemingly being this cis heteropatriarchal system is, I don't know, however we'd say that, is, I feel, used against queer and trans people in terms of us being made to seem maladaptive. There's something wrong with us. We're
not real. We're fake.
Or we're some modern thing, which is, of course, we know that's not true. We've been, everywhere forever, and I think, it's so important because it becomes so clear that, we're told and taught stories by those in power to uphold a status quo that serves very, very few. And I don't even think it serves those very few if we want to get into a deeper philosophical question, conversation about it. And in knowing that, this work that incredible evolutionary biologists have done, and, Joan Roughgarden's book, Evolution's Rainbow, just show the degree of, queerness, gender and sexuality, diversity in nature, I think is an example of how we're not told the truth for obvious reasons. There's a story about this group of, this is a little different than, gender and sexuality, but to me it all relates. This group of baboons that discovered this garbage dump. And all of the alpha males fought everybody away and hoarded the food in this garbage dump. Then they all ended up getting tuberculosis and dying. It's really fatal, I guess, for baboons. So then this group of the society of baboons was left without their alpha males. And what happened was they completely restructured how they did things. It became way more cooperative, way less violent, and has maintained through generations. That really resonated with me.
It did not end there. Elliot Page calls learning biology gaslighting. That is concerning. This is someone having interviews to promote their latest movie, Odyssey. Reason, you see her going viral on social media.
Like, why go see the movie? If you don't want to see it, then don't go see it. Why? Don't do it. Yeah. We will be okay if you don't go see it. I'm going to keep saying this to you people until you understand it. 90% of America has never been asleep, okay? They have been working to feed their families. They have been trying to get an education. They've been trying to borrow money from a bank. They've been trying to do all the things that people try to do every day. You are the only ones who have been asleep because you seem to have woken up and be in shock that women don't want to hear that they're not entitled to their feelings, that women don't want to be told what to do, that black people are not taking that anymore. Those days are done to make sure that everybody gets a fair shot. This is what we want. We don't care what you think about the movies. They're not real. Movies are not real. We are real.
And getting to work with someone like Chris, who obviously just has such impeccable...
What's interesting is the bigger a film gets, the more people poke at it and look at things that aren't really true. In this film, it had a lot to do with the casting. Is that something, that noise, has that ever bothered you?
No, because I feel, so much of that noise has been based in utter, bigotry, to say it frankly.
I'm tired. Strange to me to see how do this every single time. For a very long time, at some point, that has to do with he's trying to take credit. Showcasing certain kind this of movie is performing well because of her influence. Consecutive people are calling her on social media. Reason you see the movie performing well, the backlash is going to come. She's taking credit. Elliot Page now claims this movie into the consecutive movement. You realize anything that always falls in line with this will receive backlash. Yeah, they call this movie out as a result of that. I don't want to go into the casting of the whole movie because if you look deep into it, it is concerning. If I take up to 10 African stories on a movie, it's very normal. I'll pick up black people because they will represent well. But in this case, it was different. So at some point, people notice everything about the movie. I don't even want to analyze anything. I just wanted to see what is going on.
Now, Elon Musk is planning to create what he calls a historically accurate version of the Odyssey using...
Y'all the biggest sellout, bootlicking ass people I ever seen.
Though Ben Shapiro disagree, it's a good movie.
What was the least glamorous day? Inside a Trojan horse being thrown around the sea. This is
literally watching I'm on this boat with you. How did that go?
Well, it's Chris Nolan, so we shot the ship scenes on a ship. And in that IMAX format, you really feel, you're out there with us. Group of
Helen of Troy is quite...
I think I'm going to end here. I want to appreciate people who constantly support me. sharing out my videos. They don't recommend videos again on this channel, so please hit the videos up. And as of the short clips at the end, that's for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
Man just disgusts me.
But you come for the rest.
Never do this again.
Went under to jurors, but it was shown
around the. Oh, can you hear me? Yeah. So with all eyes on California, you can see exactly what's happening. They're
Was on here in the Golden State.
in 39 days, we will know
in front of people.
And so this is my life.
You're talking about qualification.
Odysseus,
Telemachus.
Penelope, Antinous, Odysseus,
Athena.
Telemachus.
This clip of Elliot Page is going to be what takes the Odyssey movie. It's supposed to be a warrior, right? A warrior.
Really fortunate about
above theirs, and we aspire to higher things.